Do you believe that our government is in possession of UAPs?
Absolutely, based on interviewing over 40 witnesses over 4 years.
The Pentagon has denied Grush's claims, but the hearing, which produced headlines around the world, further fueled those who believe they have spotted aliens in the sky. The National UFO Reporting Center says in the last few weeks, they've received a mix of reports, from mysterious orange orbs to dramatic sightings of structured craft.
I'm not sure there are more sightings, but people are more willing to report it.
Since its founding in 1974, the National UFO Reporting Center says it's processed more than 170,000 reports with sightings in all 50 states, though the organization highlights it is not an investigative body, therefore it can't validate these reports. Elizabeth?
All right, Brooke Schaefer, thanks so much for that report tonight.
Plane sightings over Arizona has U.S. fighter jet pilots becoming increasingly worried of what they could be encountering midair. Just in the last few years, there were about 6 reports made to the FAA describing, quote, unmanned aerial systems flying over Arizona's most restricted airspace. Some of these flying objects were spotted as high as 36,000 feet and flying up to nearly 600 miles per hour. Arizona has over a handful of military bases across the state, including the state's Air National Guard. These latest reportings are having some ask the question, what's really out there? Here with us now is Alex Dietrich, former military officer with the U.S. Navy with 22 years of experience, pioneering as one of the nation's first female strike fighter pilots. First of all, Lieutenant Dietrich, thank you so much for your service.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Tell me your story. What made you speak out now?
Well, I haven't been withholding information or not speaking. This incident happened back in 2004, the Nimitz encounter, when we were conducting training exercises off the coast of San Diego. We reported it at the time. It was never classified because it is, a purely, truly unidentified encounter that we had. We don't know what it was, and we couldn't speculate at the time, and I won't speculate now. But ever since, there have been reports and investigations, and I'm certainly here to advocate today for a systematic reporting system to have the resources and the training and the mechanism so that when people do see something unusual, they have a way to report it, and that we have resources available, qualified teams to investigate and analyze and make sense of what we're seeing.
And Alex, more often than not, Lieutenant Dietrich, you all would discuss amongst yourselves, hey, did you see that? Yeah, I saw it too. And sometimes there was safety in others having seen or experienced the same thing.
Oh, please call me Alex. And sure, there's a stigma around the topic of UFOs, because of Hollywood and sci-fi, and we've made fun of it and snickered about these silly movies and books and shows that we watch. But really, if we see something in our airspace that we can't identify, we worry about national security. We worry about safety of flight. And, of course, all the scientists are going to say, we're curious and we should figure out what it is. And so, I'm hoping that by talking about it, it will reduce the stigma and people will be encouraged to share their stories with colleagues and, again, with officials who can actually do something about it.
And Alex, I'm glad that you pointed out the fact that you don't necessarily believe it's alien life form, but they're just objects you can't identify. Let's take a look at some of these. We're seeing everything that looks like a flying Tic Tac over Arizona. Describe some of these things that you saw while you were up there.
Right. So in November of 2004, my colleagues and I, we were in 2 aircraft with 4 air crew, 2 pilots and 2 weapons systems officers. And we saw visually what we describe as a Tic Tac, because it looks like that little candy breath mint, sort of a matte white, oblong shape with no wings or smoke trail or anything that would indicate how it was turning or traveling in the way that it was. So I've heard other encounters described with different characteristics, and I wouldn't want to suggest that they are all related, that they have the same technology or the same origin. But what's important is that we have some standard template for debriefing, that we have some way to take in this information, to ingest it and make sense of it.
Absolutely.
And say, are these related?
And Alex, when back when the DoD developed the B-52 bomber, people initially thought that was a flying object of some kind that they couldn't identify. Do you think this could also be some type of a system that's created that we just aren't aware of yet?
Sure. Well, I certainly hope that we have access to and control over this technology, because and I'm referring to what I saw in 2004, at least, but I don't think it is, because we wouldn't operate or we wouldn't test something in a range where we have a military exercise being conducted. We wouldn't put our blue forces at risk like that. So while I hope that it is within our arsenal, I don't suspect that it is.
I love that. I'm glad that you made that distinction, because even if it is something that we've created, we would not have flown and tested that object at the same time when you're doing training exercises. Lieutenant Dietrich, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Great, and thanks for taking this issue seriously.
Absolutely, and we'll continue to follow up on this, and we'll follow up with you again later. Thank you.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going? I'm John.
Brian.
Nice to meet you.
Brian, good to see you again, man. You too, you too.
How you doing? Hey, thanks for meeting up with us.
Absolutely. This case is just kind of exploding.
I met up with former FBI agent Ben Hansen, Navy veteran John Nelson, and NASA consultant Dr. Doug Buettner. We're in Fairfield County, Connecticut, investigating a series of UFO sightings.
Right now, we're heading over to talk with one of our primary witnesses. Her name is Diane.
Diane is one of several people who saw something unexplained in the sky near this reservoir close to Reading.
Hi, I'm John. Nice to meet you.
And this is Brian from News Nation.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, no problem.
So this is the community center where everything happened.
Diane works late nights cleaning the community center, and in 2022 saw something that still gives her chills.
Could you walk through it for us and tell kind of Brian what it was you witnessed?
Sure. I had, I do my usual stuff and, take the trash out, take recycle out. So I'm kind of back and forth in the building, and it happened